Good Tuesday evening. This is Giants Roundup. It's Tuesday, June 19th. It's the second game of a three-game series against the Miami Marlins. The Giants finally get victorious over the Marlins. They beat them 6-3 tonight. This is Giants Roundup. You can follow on Twitter, join the Crook and Kite page on Facebook. Most importantly, please be kind and hit that subscribe button. And yes, this was a good win tonight, but not without some fireworks, some great things, and some very stupid and selfish things after in tonight's game. Let's start off with the first inning where the Giants got off to a hot start tonight. They got to Dan Straley really early in the game. And it starts off with a home run by Buster Posey to left center. It makes it 1-0. Then in the second inning,
with the base hit in last night's ball game, and he gets one right in the wallet.
Posey makes it 1-0 Giants. Then the drama started in the second inning as Derek Rodriguez made a Bush League decision to hit made a Bush League decision to hit Lewis Brinson with a pitch in something that didn't need to be escalated into tonight's game. I didn't think that was necessary. That was dumb, selfish, and stupid. It drew the warnings, of course. But after last night's game with Hunter Strickland, we're going to get to that a little later. And him throwing high and in, not a good move to hit Brinson. It promptly draws the warnings by the umpires. Then it drew the ire of Don Mattingly. He goes, "You're next" at Buster Posey. And that's where the shit hit the fan in the second inning. As right there in the second inning, Buster Posey comes up, and guess what happens? Dan Straley decides to hit Posey with a pitch. He's ejected, and along with Don Mattingly, and certainly this is going to get a review from the league office for a suspension. And certainly Don Mattingly is at least going to get one game. That was Bush League times 1,000 there. And also, Dan Straley was ejected. He's going to probably miss the next start, being suspended. That'll get reviewed for a suspension. I think they'll both be suspended. But the league office does find that image, find that video of Mattingly threatening Posey. I certainly think it's going to be that Mattingly could get multiple games, at least a 2-game suspension. But what Mattingly did was dumb, selfish, and stupid. And that's half the reason why he's managing such a terrible team. Why he might get scapegoated at the end of the year. Just very unprofessional by Don Mattingly. But also, this is a learning lesson for Derek Rodriguez. You can't let emotion get to you. You saw, if you didn't see what happened with Hunter Strickland last night, we're going to get to him later. And certainly, and that's something he's going to have to take back with him back to the minors, as he's likely going to be heading back to the minors after this start with the return of Jeff Samardzija. So certainly something for him to build on in the minors. But realistically though, Rodriguez should have not taken matters into his own hands. As they used to say in the 80s, you don't take the law into your own hands, you take them to court. and you just have to be a man above the game. You can't let emotion carry over into the next night. And now it's more likely than not tomorrow's game is going to be under a pregame warning. So that's what makes matters worse for the Giants is it'll be a pregame warning tomorrow. But this is certainly a learning lesson for Derek Rodriguez. He can't let emotion get to the game, and you can't take matters into your own hands. I think it should have been done fini last night, and we're gonna get to Strickland. I'm pretty ticked off with him tonight, but after all that, it settled down. And certainly after the fireworks were done with Bush League baseball, the Giants added more runs, padded their lead in the second inning with a home run by Gorkis Hernandez. Makes it 3-0. Hanson scores. And then also they walk in a run with Belt walking. It scores Joe Panic to make it 4-0. And then the Marlins try to come back here in the fourth inning with JT Riddle hitting a triple. It scores Castro and Rojas. It makes it 4-2. Then Brian Anderson hits a double to score Riddle. It makes it 4-3. That would be as close as the Marlins would get. Then you get to the fifth inning. Alan Hansen doubles to deep right. It scores Panda, 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 Panda. And then Gorkis doubles. He comes one leg shy of the triple, and that would be your final. It scores Mac Williamson to make it your final score of 6-3. The Giants improved to 36 and 38 on the year. They they do actually gain a game on the D-backs. They did lose tonight. We'll get to that in the MLB Roundup later tonight. And now they are still solidly in third place, whereas Miami falls to 29 and 45 on the year. Bullpen was pretty good tonight. And the bullpen was actually pretty good for the Giants tonight. Ty Block, a good inning out of him. Melanson, pretty good outing out of him. First time he's done meaningful innings. Will Smith comes in, pitches 1 1/3 solid innings. Sam Dyson comes in to close, and perfect opportunity to use the sinker baller for a double play. He does just that. No drama. The game's over. Giants win. But they do lose their closer, Hunter Strickland, for the next 6 to 8 weeks due to a dumb, selfish decision he made after the game. He should have just shaken it off after he blew the save. But no, he decides to go punch a door. And thus, he breaks his hand. And before that, I thought, it's okay. Blown saves happen. You can't do selfish, stupid things like that, and then couple it with that chin music to Brinson last night. Just a lack of maturity. Very immature move. You really ruin your team. And now at this point, Strickland could have been a great trade chip if the Giants were starting to fall out of it. But no. He does something dumb, selfish, and stupid. He will probably miss the majority of the rest of the year. And if he does return, he will not be closing. He's lost the right to close, and I don't know if he's going to be welcomed back to the team. He's going to have to earn his trust. He's going to have to earn that trust. And realistically, I think it's going to be time to move on from Hunter Strickland after this year. Last night's behavior from him shows he's a basket case. He keeps doing stupid shit that costs the team. And poor, dumb, selfish decisions like that. I just don't think you want to carry that into the dugout. He's had too many chances, but that punching that door has got to be the last final straw. You trade him for a bag of baseballs in the offseason, or you simply waive him once he returns. And that's going to be an interesting question. Say he does return in, say, the end of August or early September. Do you want to bring him back? Do you just simply want to wave him away? And that's going to be tough, but I have no confidence that Hunter Strickland's going to. I thought Hunter Strickland was growing up until last night. I just don't know what happened to him. But realistically, he needs to maybe go move on to a different organization. He's done the Giants enough harm. He can't be relied on. And now it's going to be a combination for the next few games of Sam Dyson. But luckily for the Giants, they do have some other solid pitchers who have experience closing. Sam Dyson, especially tonight, he was pretty good getting the double play. Tony Watson, he's been really good when called upon. So you've still got Tony Watson. You've still got Sam Dyson. You've got Will Smith. And then maybe if Melanson can get it together, it'd be great if Melanson gets it going. Reyes Maranta, maybe he's not ready yet for late inning situations, but Maranta's definitely got a bright future. And who knows? And there's certainly going to be some opportunities. And now Pierce Johnson's back with the Giants. He might take more of the Corey Guerin type role of low leverage situations. So it could make Corey Guerin more expendable at some point. And there's certainly a couple guys in AAA that are hungry for a call up. You've got Ray Black, who, after a pretty shoddy start in AAA, he's gotten that ERA down a bit. And then you got the submariner Tyler Rogers, who's quietly knocking on the door of a call up. So there's some options there. We don't need Strickland. Strickland's done enough damage to this team. But I think tonight, though, Rodriguez, he's going to have to think about what he did when he goes back to the minors. He's got to think. He's got to think better than to take matters into his own hands. And I think Bochy's going to have a nice talk with him about this. And now, hopefully he builds on this learning experience of his 3 or 4 starts in the show. Hopefully he can carry on some of that experience going back to the minors. And hopefully we'll see him back up in September at some point. But there's definitely some skills to build on. And the future's bright. Suarez and Rodriguez, these 2 kids have bright futures. But now we got Jeff Samardzija, who's going to probably be returning in the next series. So Rodriguez is going to, since he has options, he's going to go back. And then probably a week after that, Andy Suarez is going to go back to Sacramento. So that'll be certainly some great experience to build on, but still, you can't make matters worse by using a beanball to, and that's what escalated this beanball war tonight. I don't think none of this would have happened but this is going to be a lesson learned the hard way. And the question is, though, too, is say Samardzija wasn't coming back in the next start. Would he have made the next start? Would he have been sent back to the minors as kind of punishment? But with Straley, he's certainly a veteran. He should have known better. And now he's going to earn himself a 5-game suspension. And certainly with Mattingly, if the league office, that's going to get reviewed by the league office. If they saw what we saw with Mattingly saying, "Your next Posey," he's getting more than 1 game. He could earn a 5-game suspension. But for the most part, for both clubs, it's done. Fini. Get it over with, and let's just play baseball tomorrow. And I will not be on air tomorrow since it'll be a day game. But I will be back on air Thursday night when the Giants go for a 4-game series against the San Diego Padres. Another team they need to take care of business against. And that should be a fun 4-game series. And then Friday night is Beatles night. That is going to be some fun. At AT&T Park will be Beatles night. I was hoping that the workload would be light enough that I would maybe get out to AT&T Friday night, do a live show. But it's certainly going to be a great tribute to the 50th anniversary of the Beatles' visit to Candlestick Park. So certainly that would be fun, though, but it just didn't work out that way for me. So I'll certainly be on air. It'll be fun doing Beatles night. It would have been fun to do a live show from AT&T. Hopefully we'll do that in September, though. But it should be a fun 4-game series against the Friars. And that's I think potentially Sunday could be the return of Jeff Samardzija. That would be the next time Rodriguez would be up for his start. So I think Sunday is going to be the return of Jeff Samardzija. So that'll be fun there. But I want to take a look at tonight's attendance. Tonight's attendance was 37,242. It definitely looked emptier in there tonight. But we'll see. But the next time will be the last time we see the Marlins, and maybe it'll be the last time we see players like Real Muto, possibly Barraclue. They could be trade chips at the deadline. And then it's 4 games. And then San Diego, of course, they always have beef with the Giants, so that could always be a chippy series, especially being a 4-game series there. But I think my player of the night has to go to Gorkis Hernandez, who just comes one shy of the cycle tonight. And Panda. Excellent night out of him. He's been good since going into the third base role. Alan Hansen, 3 for 4. Gorkis, yeah, of course, Gorkis. So definitely a good night by the Bats to get it going, and hopefully this can carry into tomorrow afternoon. But I'll be back on air Thursday night. Let's go to the MLB Roundup for tonight. In 10 innings, the A's beat the Padres 4-2. Taking the win, Lou Trevino taking the loss, Adam Simber. Mark Canha goes 2 for 3. Max Piscotty with his 5th home run of the year. Header out, he got a Paul Blackburn, 2 earned in 5 innings pitched, making his 3rd start since returning from injury. And Simber gives up 2 earned in 1 inning pitched for the Friars. In Chicago tonight, the LA Dodgers take game one of the doubleheader 4-3. Taking the win for the Dodgers is Edward Paredes. Taking the loss is Justin Wilson. And Kantai Maeda gives up 3 earned runs in 3 2/3 innings pitched for the Dodgers. He also walks 5 batters. Jock Peterson hits his 9th home run of the year for the Dodgers. Chris Taylor his 9th triple of the year. And in Pittsburgh tonight, the Brewers beat the Pirates 3-2, taking the win. Freddie Peralta, excuse me, taking the loss. Jameson Tylon. Jesus Aguilar goes 2 for 3 for the Brew Crew. Hits his 14th home run of the year. In Philadelphia, the Cardinals beat the Phillies tonight 7-6, taking the win. Jordan Hicks taking the loss. Anthony Dominguez. Yairo Munoz goes 2 for 3 for the Redbirds. And it ends up being a home run. Matt Carpenter's 12th home run of the year that gives the Cardinals the win tonight. In the Bronx, the Mariners lose to the Yankees 7-2, taking the win. Domingo German taking the loss. Marco Gonzalez, who gives up 6 earned in 6 1/3 innings pitched. Giancarlo Stanton hits his 17th home run of the year. Aaron Hicks goes 3 for 4 for the Bombers, hits his 10th home run of the year. Nelson Cruz hits his 18th home run of the year for the Mariners. And in our nation's capital tonight, the Nationals beat the Orioles 9-7, taking the win. Justin Miller taking the loss. Tanner Scott. Anthony Rendon, Adam Eaton go 2 for 4 for the Nats. Trey Turner goes 4 for 4 for the Nationals. Hits his 8th home run of the year. Not a good night for David Hess, who gives up 5 earned in 4 2/3 innings pitched. Tanner Scott, 3 earned in 1/3 of an inning pitched for the Orioles. In Toronto, the Braves wallop the Blue Jays tonight 11-4, taking the win. Sam Freeman taking the loss. Jaime Garcia, who gives up 5 earned in 3 innings pitched for Toronto. And a terrible start tonight. Danny Barnes gives up 3 earned in 1 2/3 innings pitched for the Blue Jays. Aaron Loup, 2 earned in 1 inning pitched. And now, believe it or not, the Braves are 43-29 on the season, starting to take a stranglehold of the NL East. In Cincinnati tonight, the Reds beat the Tigers 9-5, taking the win. Sal Romano taking the loss. Matt Boyd, who gives up 5 earned in 4 innings pitched. Benoist Martin 3 for 3 for the Tigers. Nico Goodrum 2 for 3 for Detroit. Tucker Barnhart 3 for 3 for the Reds. Adam Duvall 3 for 4. And Billy Hamilton actually hits a home run in this game. Not too often you see that. Warwick Saupold gives up 3 earned in 1 2/3 innings pitched. And in Cleveland tonight, the Indians beat the White Sox 6-3, taking the win. Mike Clevenger taking the loss. Carlos Rodon. Charlie Tilson goes 3 for 4 for the White Sox tonight. And Clevenger strikes out 10 in 7 2/3 innings pitched. Only gives up an earned run. And Zach McAllister, 2/3 of an inning pitched, gives up 2 earned runs for the Indians. And in game 2 of the doubleheader in Chicago, the Cubbies beat the LA Dodgers 2-1. Taking the win is Rob Zastrini. Taking the loss is Brock Stewart, who gives up an earned run without recording an out. And Mike Montgomery, excellent. 1 earned and 6 innings pitched. The only downside was the 4 walks. Rich Hill looks pretty good in his return off the disabled list tonight, giving up 6 scoreless innings for Rich Hill, 6 strikeouts. Rich Hill, 6 scoreless innings for the Dodgers. Eric Goodell, an earned run in 1 inning pitched. Logan Forsythe goes 3 for 4 for the Dodgers tonight. And in Houston, all good things must come to an end as the Rays snap the Astros' 12-game winning streak, beating the Astros 2-1, taking the win. Blake Snell taking the loss, Hector Rondon. And Blake Snell, pretty good outing tonight. 7 innings pitched, 1 earned run. The 7 walks, though, is not all that wonderful. Verlander, 6 2/3 innings pitched, 1 earned run, 10 strikeouts for Verlander tonight. In Minnesota tonight, the Twins beat the Red Sox 6-2, taking the win, Zach Duke. Taking the loss, Robbie Scott. Rafael Devers with his 12th home run of the year. And Joe Kelly wasn't any better, 2 earned without recording an out, and a no decision for Chris Sailing. Yeah, Chris Sale, 11 strikeouts tonight, as he was definitely sailing away to a no decision. And in Kansas City, the Rangers beat the Royals 4-1. Taking the win, Cole Hamels, 7 scoreless innings, 7 strikeouts. Taking the loss, Jason Hamill, 4 earned and 5 2/3 innings pitched, and 4 walks. Nomar Mazara, 3 for 5 for the Rangers. Isaiah Kinner Falefa, 3 for 3 tonight. Ronald Guzman, 2 for 3 for the Rangers. And in Colorado, it was pitching optional tonight as the Rockies beat the Mets 10-8. Taking the win, German Marquez. Taking the loss, Jason Vargas gets pounded for 7 earned runs in 2 1/3 innings pitched for the Mets tonight. Charlie Blackmon goes 2 for 3. Nolan Arenado, 3 for 5, hits his 14th home run of the year. Trevor Story hits his 16th home run of the year. Ian Desmond, 2 for 5, hits his 15th home run of the year. And German Marquez providing his own offense tonight as he goes 2 for 3. And it looks like it was Arenado and Story going back to back tonight in the home run department. And Vargas's ERA inflates to 8.60 on the year. So Vargas is probably going to be working his way out of the league very soon. Brian Shaw gives up 2 runs, 1 earned for Colorado, and 1/3 of an inning pitched. Wade Davis, 2 runs, 1 earned. Hanzo Robles, 2 earned and 1 2/3 innings pitched for the Mets tonight. And in OC tonight, the Angels take one against the D-backs 5-4. Taking the win, Cam Bedrosian. Taking the loss, Matt Koch. gives up 5 earned in 5 2/3 innings pitched. Blake Parker gets the save despite giving up 2 earned in 2 innings pitched. And Felix Pena, making his first start for the Angels, goes 4 innings, gives up an earned run, walks 3. And down on the farm tonight, the River Cats lose to the New Orleans Baby Cakes 9-8. And taking the win for the believe it or not, getting the win for the Baby Cakes tonight is Mike Kickham, who's former Giant prospect Mike Kickham, who's trying to earn his way back to the show. 2/3 of an inning pitched, scoreless. Casey Kelly, not one of his better nights. He gives up 5 earned in 5 innings pitched. And Derek Law, 2 runs, 1 earned. Tyler Rogers having an off night tonight. His third blown save of the year, gives up 2 earned without recording an out. So maybe Ray Black's looking a little better to earn that, but they'll both be up in September at this rate. Steven Duggar goes 2 for 5. Chase DeArnaud 2 for 5 with a home run, 2 for 4 for Yuri Perez. Ryder Jones 2 for 4. Orlando Calixte 2 for 3. And Slater went 1 for 1 pinch hitting tonight. And the River Cats fall to 33-39 on the year and are in dead last now in the PCL Pacific Northern Division. And the Fresno Grizzlies sweep the Round Rock Express 5-3. Kyle Tucker, have yourself a game, goes 3 for 4 for the Grizzlies. And Brock Dreichshorn goes seven innings, 2 earned runs, 8 strikeouts. As the Astros farm continues to just produce some nice crops. And also, Antonio Nunez was ejected in tonight's game. And I think that will conclude it for tonight's show. But yeah, tomorrow though, I just want to see a good, clean game. No hitting below the belt. No throwing baseballs below the belt. Or better yet, just don't hit anybody tomorrow. Just keep the game clean, win cleanly, win the series, get ready for the Friars. I'll be back Thursday night. But also, more importantly for this weekend series, it is going to be hot. It is going to be probably going to be near in the 80s in San Francisco, and that definitely could be humid near the Bay. So if you're going to be going to this weekend's Giants games, please stay hydrated. Take time to go in the shade, drink plenty of water, and stay cool. And hopefully we'll see you Thursday night, and keep cool. Have a good night.